Hello, hello, my beloved waking gods and goddesses. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Love, Truth, and Beauty. Do it yourself for divine in the flesh. Now with replays on IGTV at dakini.kiss, where together we learn how to surf and navigate the ups and downs of the totality of human experience, composing a new earth beyond the limitations of this perception, manage a reality matrix of 5 senses, having embodied our true divine creative natures and our true sensual sensorial world of 7 senses, creating formless into form. Before we get started, please do give this video a thumbs up. Please also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, selecting the all setting so that when I upload videos, the YouTube will let you know. I generally upload Tuesdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern. My name is Maria West, and I am your hostess of the highest, here to download, upload, inspire, and usher you into your bestest and brightest light, your bestest and brightest selves, and inviting you all to open your hearts wider and wider and wider still. Hola, mis queridos. Happy full moon in Pisces. I personally have been in tears the last week, in private, of course. All good, clearing, and cathartic. I know it's been a roller coaster for many of you. Welcome to episode 70, my loves, as we continue the reality creation conversation and practice surfing and navigating the process of creating. In this video, I am addressing a series of queries regarding content creation as in writing, composing reality in terms of naked writing, naked expression. And I don't mean writing or presenting your signature talk without your clothing. I'm talking about full-on, no-holds-barred disclosure for tips to mastering writing naked and telling it like it is, the unfiltered approach. So, as per usual, before you start anything or do anything, make sure to wake yourselves up, see yourselves, see reality, exit the matrix, enter your center screen, your awareness center, compose your reality by activating your power cord, power plug, Plait-Platt, Braid, Assemblage Point, calling up your goal frame image or reciting, feeling into your affirmation-declaration-mantra as you connect and plug into your creation field, also known as the quantum field, activating the upload of your intention, your goal frame, and in this case, your writing presenter genius goal frame. Perhaps it is a book. So quite a number of you have written to me about feeling really inspired to create your own content, tell your story, write a book, and have asked me to make a video about the process of writing content, writing a book from an unfiltered, uncensored approach. So here we go. All right. I am brutally frank to begin with. All right. I write the way I talk. Over the years, I've had to open my speaking engagements and my interviews with the caveat and or warning that I will most likely offend with my Tell-It-Like-It-is-Unfiltered approach, an uncensored way of expressing myself and sharing information. Or my hostess will straight up give me their rules of engagement and warn me to please be conscious and not drop the F-bomb or suffer the consequences of being kicked off the air or censored. Okay, points well taken. I've been censored. Okay, y'all know some of my story. So writing naked, that is, writing through that Tell-It-Like-It-is-Unfiltered approach is ballsy. But I want to be clear. So let me be clear. For myself, writing naked is not about intending to be as shocking as possible. Okay, shock value for me tends to be trite. It's old, it gets old really fast, and for me, it's quite insufferable. It's not classy, and folks are going to disengage. An unfiltered approach just holds back no potent punches and piques interest. Most folks can win wince or squirm reading your unfiltered, brutal frankness, but you will have them leaning in for more. It's almost like watching a train wreck and, step away from the, no, I've got to see. So even with your best intentions, you will be judged and criticized harshly. So get ready for that and get used to it. Know that these folks are simply getting emotionally triggered. The trick is to keep them curious and engaged. You have to take folks on a journey. The more humbling and inspiring the journey, the better. Then you're going to have the folks who are on board with all things gutsy and ballsy, either because they just like you or they aspire to be like you, and they will cheer you on. That kind of support, my friends, fucking rocks. And that feels really amazing. So revel in it when you receive it. These folks are fantastic allies. So the 4 tips to mastering writing naked and writing your story, your book, your blog, your whatever it is that you're presenting. Number 1, make sure you've lived it, your story. Be honest about it, okay? Because there is nothing more deceitful and obnoxious than someone writing and claiming to be an expert, say master and manifester, and going on and on and on about how they manifested this and that and rocked a multiple 6-figure paycheck, blah, 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 when in reality what they manifested was a billionaire husband who was bankrolling the whole shebang. It would have been more honest and real and probably a better and successful sell if this woman came out with this: how I manifested my billionaire husband and perfect life. Okay? More truthful, more real, more pop. Got it? Okay? Number 2, you have to be willing to deal with the fallout and consequences of exposure. All right? When your book gets published, it's in the public domain. With online and social media exposure, you're out there. End of story. Like it or not. So if you'd rather be anonymous, don't write a book. Don't write a blog. Don't post on social media. Just don't get it published. Or another alternative is you can write it and publish it under an alias. All right? Now, while I believe that most people are sincerely kind and supportive, there are plenty of other people out there with a fucking chip on their shoulder, and they are jealous and envious, and they've got that green bug up their booties, and they are just plain unkind, period. Okay? This is beyond you being brutally frank. This is about you being able to navigate that kind of adversity with grace, with dignity, to be able to stand tall and stand alone and stand by your work, stand by your content, your convictions, your writing, no matter what. The risk of getting thrown under the bus and are being dismissed by folks who either don't agree with you, don't like what you shared, or just don't like how you look, okay? Also know that if you're writing a memoir, your story may upset family and friends, may upset your neighbors. You may upset them so much that they may tell you to fuck off and may try to sort of sabotage your efforts, okay? A well-known author friend of mine advised me to grow a thick skin and to learn how to roll with the punches, and she was right. She also reminded me that your story is your message, and it's a message you want to share with as many folks as possible, right? Well, sort of. It's awesome to have folks who already love your work as staunch supporters. And the greatest impact an author can have isn't necessarily from preaching to acquire an echo chamber and getting agreement and support from the friendlies, though it's lovely and nourishing. It is about inspiring and moving into the domain of the skeptics and the people that are stuck and rocking their world wide open with your authentic message, okay? Number 3, do not expect family or friends to be your main supporters for your work. While your family and friends may support your endeavors and go through the motions, don't expect them to line up to your workshops or buy your book or support your blogs or share them or help you market your efforts. Okay? My own experience with my first book was gut-wrenching to a certain degree, yet immensely freeing. I spent 10 years and invested tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars of my own money into my book project, not to mention the barters and exchanges and trades I did for additional copywriting and editing and artwork. And I was surprised and very disappointed that the support of my book from my family and friends and colleagues just didn't come through. I had a colleague who wrote me a very embittered email confessing that while she congratulates me, she was also very angry that I had dared to write my book and admitted her jealousy and envy that I have the audacity to follow through. And she absolutely, absolutely, absolutely hated the title. And which is ironic, and she's got a doctorate, and just felt that because I asked her to endorse it, that if she endorsed it, her credibility would be bye-bye, whatever. Okay, but what I was even more shocked about was when I received an email from an extremely wealthy woman friend. She's a trustafarian who requested 100 hardback copies of my book, and even included the addresses of the people she wanted me to mail them to, many of whom were out of America, out of the United States. All this without offering to pay for the books. Yep. You do the math at $31.95 plus tax, plus the large padded mailer envelope that would have been required, plus the postage. All right, plus my time setting it all up, addressing and packing and driving out of my way to the posts. Like, what the actual fuck? I was so annoyed. I can't even tell you. Because in truth, this woman could have easily coughed up the money. She could have easily offered to do it. And she just didn't do it. It was just a flat-out diss, and when I confronted her about it, this is what she told me. Women who look like you shouldn't have to work. All righty then. Okay. All right, number 4. Be prepared to talk about every aspect of your book, your writing, your blog. Because talking about your book and why you wrote it and what inspired you to write it and so on, it can be fun. But I have to be really, really honest with you. My experience of it has been akin to defending a doctoral dissertation, which I have done. So I suggest that you start rehearsing it, okay? One of the things I did to help me along with the whole process of it was investing in marketing educational programs, because I knew nothing about marketing. I knew nothing about books. I knew nothing about writing and publishing and all that. So unless you're getting handled and published by a big name publishing house, independently publishing your book is a pay-to-play commitment. You literally pay for everything: ads, reviews, book signing events, traveling, lodging, your food, all of it. And in doing these things, you have to fill out forms, lots of them, and all of them asking for details big and small, all regarding the content of your book and your inspiration about writing it. So I would start with a bullet point presentation about what inspired you to write your book. Name at least 4 things. Then do the same thing for its content. Over time, you have a pretty grounded set of talking points, okay? Consider having a friend interview you just for practice, for shits and giggles. Practice your speech about writing naked and your own unfiltered approach, okay? Make sure to have fun and honor your writing babies, okay? You got this. So this whole guide can be integrated into the creation of your goal frames. And so you can intend to activate your writing genius self in a new goal frame to help you along with the process of birthing your content and birthing your book. Okay, my loves, that is my speech. I will post the playlist of my reality creation video series up in this corner once again, and also down below in the description box. Please have fun with this, my loves, okay? I love you guys so much. You guys can do this. I know you can. Please email me, DM me on the Facebook or the Instagram with any questions regarding this process. Do give this video a thumbs up, comment about your experiences in the comments box below or in private, and let me know. Let us all know what's working for you, what isn't working for you. And if any of you out there want to share a little bit about how you are connecting and plugging in and what your experience is, that would be great. There's a lot of queries coming in about that. A lot of people are really shy to comment. So if any of you just kind of like feel that you got that going, please do it. Please also share this video with your community's friends and family members and social media platforms and with folks with whom you feel would benefit from this content. Please also hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, selecting the all settings so that the YouTube will let you know when I upload next. And if you find value, enjoy, and benefit from my content, won't you please consider supporting my work through a donation? My PayPal link is right below. And another huge thank you for those of you who have contributed and donated recently. You guys rock, and also contributed to the my replacement laptop. Okay, below is also my Linktree master connection that connects you to all of my stuff and the different ways you can connect and work with me. I thank you all so much for your participation and focused attention. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, be the love that you are. Share your love. Always act from love, from your center screen, out of the matrix. Be creative, be kind, be helpful, be generous, and give, 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 give. Here's to love, truth, and beauty, my lovey doves. Mwah!